Could you see through the black blindfold when you were Daredevil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep you safe, Karen. I have to be the man this city needs.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
I was just saying before, I have to be very careful because I've been told not to. I don't know anything, but I think it's better that I don't speculate too much. I guess the things that I'm excited to see is I'm excited to know what happens between Matt and Foggy, how their relationship develops. You know, people who've seen the show will know there's a big discovery that Foggy has towards the end of the season, and I'm very interested to see how they kind of pick up their relationship and go on from there in terms of both as friends but also as law partners. And similarly, you know, I'm excited to see what happens with Karen. It felt to me like towards the end of the season, it felt like there was maybe something romantically being suggested between them, and I'm interested to explore that if that's something that happens. Well, you know, I didn't grow up on comics, and so when I was auditioning for the role, I'd never read a Daredevil comic before. And then I'd kind of auditioned once or twice, and then I found out that they were kind of maybe interested in me for the role, and Marvel let me go and read the first 2 scripts, and I was really blown away by the quality of the scripts. I thought the content was fantastic, you know, and I remember walking out of there and thinking, these scripts feel very different to anything I've seen Marvel do before. I mean, I love all the Marvel films, and I've got friends who have played Marvel characters, and I know what great fun it is to be in a Marvel film. So I was obviously attracted from that angle. But when I read the scripts, that's what got me really, really excited about it. You know, I really enjoyed the stuff early on with Rosario Dawson, with Claire Temple. You know, it was when we meet Matt Murdock. I don't think anyone has ever known about him, about who he is and what he's capable of. He's never been able to talk to anyone about that. And Claire is the first person who he opens up to about what his life is like and what his experience is like and what it is to feel and be him. And so from an acting point of view, that was really fun, and I think it gave hopefully it gave audiences an insight into Matt Murdock and a kind of a window into empathizing with him and understanding who he is and what makes him tick. So the physical fight scenes, I just spent a lot of time in the gym working with, you know, trainers and doing learning the basics of martial arts, and so that when I'm on set, I could do, you know, as much of it as possible. And that was, you know, really fun work, but it was just grueling. It was just day after day, just making sure that, you know, I was kind of in a good enough shape to do that stuff. The blindness was slightly more tricky because, as you know, it's multifaceted. There's, you know, Matt Murdock when he's by himself and how he operates is very different to Matt Murdock when he's in front of other people who don't know about him. So it was, you know, for example, when he's out in public, he has to maintain this illusion that he's a regular blind person. So he uses his cane and he has to find things on the table. When he's not with other people, or when he's with Rosario, for example, Claire Temple, for example, he moves about the space in a way that not even we can understand. Nothing. His sensory experience is very different to anything we can imagine, and so the most important thing for me was to make sure that we were consistent in both those areas, so that it didn't become confusing to an audience how he operates. Well, it's a mesh. So the closer you are to it, the more you can see out. You know, it's not perfect vision. So when we were doing fight sequences at nighttime, which is most of the time, obviously we have to be careful. But I was surprised how well you could see through it.
Do you think that we will be seeing Daredevil in his own movie or in another person's cinematic universe movie?
I don't know. That would be wonderful, but I have no idea.
Do you have a favorite Easter egg in the series?
Yeah, I think probably in Melvin Potter's workshop, you can see Stiltman's legs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty fun.
So what are your favorite TV shows right now?
Well, I'm watching Bloodline on Netflix. I've just finished the 3rd season of House of Cards, so I'm a big fan of that. You know, it feels like I'm plugging Netflix here, but I kind of am anyway. But there's it's actually for CNN. There's a documentarian called Morgan Spurlock, who does this series called Inside Man. And they're like 1-hour documentaries about the most random things that you can think of, and you can watch that on Netflix. So I've been watching that. It's brilliant. It's really good.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
No comment there?
I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, you know, he's one of the great Daredevil characters. So, God, but who knows? I mean, I know nothing. So,
Elektra?
Similarly, I know nothing. And if you remember, a minute ago you asked me about Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. In episode 10, I think.
The flashback episode.
Yes. The flashback in episode 10, Foggy teases me about a Greek girl.
Yeah.
So I presume that's Elektra. But whether we'll see her or not, I have no idea.
Born Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
Do you think that could be season 2?
Which aspect?
The story?
I have no idea. Listen, I feel if I even speculate, I'll get in trouble. But I honestly to God, I have no idea.
Okay, the last tickle then.
Okay.
Defenders.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that will happen.
Yeah.
I don't know when that will happen, but that will happen, and that's gonna be great. I have no idea. They already have cast Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, so I guess soon they'll be casting Iron Fist. I don't know when that will be. And then the interesting thing from our point of view, I think, is going to be who's chosen to showrun that show, and really what the dynamic is between those characters. I think it's going to be fascinating. I'm really excited.
I am too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Nice talking to you.
We fight every night for something. When the sun sets, we're both the same.
You and I have a lot in common.